segment of 5 Minute Salute. Today we have a great Patriot, Chris Vedvick from Task Force MVP. He's a Purple Heart winner. So Chris, I understand you grew up in Jacksonville Beach. You're a Fletcher Senator. And how did you get here today?
That's true. So joined the Army back in 2000. Did my career, deployed 7 times, 6 to Afghanistan, 1 to Iraq.
Unbelievable.
Upon my retirement, came back home. And then I really did a lot of volunteering with the Military Order of the Purple Heart. And then after this past year, I was a national commander, completing my service there. I wanted to take a step back and look at a new avenue, and that's how I started this new endeavor, which is Task Force MVP.
What is Task Force MVP?
Sure, it's a name, image, and likeness organization, or NIL, and we help student athletes who are either veterans themselves, they're children of active duty military, or they are Gold Star family members. We help them find NIL opportunities to help them with their continuing education on and off the field.
Now, when I think of NIL, I'm thinking about football. Sure. And maybe basketball. But tell me, is it much broader than that?
Absolutely. Lots of sports out there that are covered, anything under the NCAA regulations. So, anywhere from basketball, football, obviously, you've got baseball, you've got, volleyball, men's and women's, all kinds of sports across the spectrum. And it's not just, you see and hear a lot, obviously, about the big stars out there, but there's a plethora of different athletes out there.
So let's just say we got a great baseball player from Fletcher, pitcher, and his dad or mom is a service member. How would they find you? And then take us through the process. What would we trying to do for that athlete?
Sure. So the student athlete would contact us. There's on our webpage, taskforcemvp.com. There's a section there to become an MVP. Those student athletes can submit their paperwork there, and then we'll review it. So if it's an active duty military member, let's say they're stationed at Mayport, then we would just get some paperwork to verify that. Once we're verified and got them on board, then we're going to go out there, seek opportunities for them through other organizations, corporations, to see what fits for them. And then we also have to determine what we can do within the parameters of that school and state, because there's different different left and right limits.
So your Task Force MVP is here in Florida, but you're not limited to just Florida.
No, that's what kind of separates us from normal NILs. A normal NIL, let's say like UF, FSU, or like UGA, they have a school-specific NIL. We're nationwide, and so we help everybody across the whole entire nation. Mm-hmm. So that leads to some opportunities and some challenges, and we have to just navigate those things, mm-hmm. get together.
So our fictional pitcher for Fletcher, mm-hmm. what would Task Force MVP be looking for that particular individual?
Right. What we're looking for him is to find something that can we're looking for an opportunity that fits with him. So if it's a pitcher, we're trying to find something that kind of relates to that field. If there's another organization, especially local, really helps out, because people within that sphere already are aware of that athlete, and then we can help get them tied in with them and see what opportunities they're willing to do, because that helps their company get exposure as well as helps the student athlete.
So for this pitcher, let's just say we go to Nimnik Chevrolet.
Sure.
What are the type of things you're working out for? Obviously, the athlete gets some form of stipend, but what does the company get?
The company gets exposure. It depends on what they're really looking for. So they're looking for a young voice who's got a significant following within their athletic program and through social media. So sometimes it's just like a post. Sometimes it's doing a signing. These are the kind of things, or just coming, we just talked about Nimnik, maybe coming to their showroom and doing something there. Mm-hmm. So small incremental things like that, and we can provide those opportunities to the student athletes and to that corporation.
What's the most unique sport to date that you've been able to get an NIL deal together?
Nothing really unusual. I guess the real crux of finding student athletes is there's no real list for like I can't call a school and be like, hey, can you give me a list of all of your student athletes who are also veterans? That doesn't exist anywhere. And so really finding these people and having them self-identify is the best thing for us to do. So we're always constantly looking for them, and when you're looking at nationwide the list of schools, there's a litany and there's no list. So we're incrementally finding these individuals and seeing if we can actually get them their opportunities.
And so if they're watching this today, they're going to go to taskforcemvp.com?
Absolutely.
Very good. Awesome. What a neat opportunity, and thank you again for all of your service. You must be a frequent flyer to Afghanistan. Holy moly. Unbelievable. So I'm sure you have some stories to tell.
Sure.
But once again, thank you all for your attention on the 5-minute salute. We appreciate it. We had a great Patriot here, and can't wait to see you until next time. Thank you.